Death Valley Days.
If you were 6 feet tall, strong as an ox, full of goodwill, courage, and vinegar, and able to hold your own in a saloon argument, you could be sure of being thought of as one of the guys in a gold rush mining town. Of course, this might have caused some problems if you were a girl. And that's what happened in Rich Bar, California, when one of the guys was the Indiana girl.
Yes, sir, we're kind of proud of it. We got Joe Harper's livery stable. Of course, now most of the fellas around town live out on their claims. We got a good town here, Tom, and it's going to be better. We're aiming to build some more houses, maybe even a schoolhouse and a church. Have a place where a man can settle down and raise a family.
How long you been here, Ben?
Since the first strike, there's always need for a store and a mining camp.
Yeah, it seems like a fine town. Sounds like you got some good plans, too.
Well, plans don't mean much until we get some law here. And that's where you come in, Tom.
Well, I'll sure do my best. I like to be in on the beginning of things. Sort of start them off and watch them go.
You'll get your chance here, starting from scratch. Now, some of the boys been kind of used to having their own way, and they may not take right off to somebody setting up rules for them.
Oh, I think I can handle them. It's quiet now, Ben.
Yeah, it's quiet enough now. The boys get a little rowdy sometimes, and there's been some stealing going on. But having you as constable, Tom, is going to make the whole town a lot better.
Well, it seems like you've already done pretty well.
Put up 6 new buildings this past year. Just last week, we got a doctor.
Oh, well, they say a town's on its way when a doctor comes in.
Yep, Dr. Brennell. Moved in, opened up his office, brought his wife, too. Real fine lady. Only woman in town. Morning, Indiana.
Oh, howdy, Ben.
Indiana, this is Tom Summers, our new constable.
Hi.
Indiana here runs a hotel. Right fine place it is, too. Built it with her own hands. Ain't that right, Indiana? Indiana.
Oh, what?
What's the matter, you sick?
I'm fine. Fine.
Ben says you built this place by yourself. Is that right?
Yeah, about right. Me and Pa started it in the winter when work was slow in the mines.
Tom, you wouldn't believe it. There was 5 feet of snow up on the pass, and they came through with every one of them logs.
You mean Evans Pass? That's near impossible in the summertime.
Oh, it wasn't bad with Ophelia helping.
Ophelia?
Ophelia's my mule. We made 3 trips with the logs. And then Pa went back to the mines and got killed in a cave-in.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There weren't nothing for me to do except finish the hotel myself. Of course, now I got Wong Lo to help me. You know, he does all the cooking and pretties up the place, and I do all the rest.
Tom, we got to get over to Bill Randall's saloon. I promised him I'd bring you by. Care to come along, Indiana? Indiana.
Huh?
Care to come along?
Oh, no. I gotta get this done before sundown.
Well, pleased to meet you, Miss Indiana.
Same to you.
See you later.
Miss Indiana.
Hey, Ben, I thought you said Mrs. Brindle was the only woman in town.
Yeah, she is.
Well, what about her?
Who? Indiana? Oh, she's just one of the boys. Well, I guess you could say that she, I just never thought of her that way.
Well, I guess it's an honest mistake.
Yeah, well, she was acting mighty peculiar. Usually when she meets a stranger, she tries to beat him at arm wrestling.
Maybe it's a new badge.
Miss Indiana. Ain't nobody ever called me that. All right, mister, give me back that money.
What money?
You know what money? The money you got out of that drawer.
I didn't take no money.
Yeah, well, give it back. All right, you snake. Now get up.
I didn't do nothing.
Yeah, well, we're going for a little walk.
But I didn't do nothing.
Just tell that to the constable.
Tom, I insist. Have another drink on the house.
Oh, no thanks, Bill. I'm on duty.
Sure, glad it's you and not me that's on duty, Tom.
Boys, I just caught this skunk pilfering the Indiana House receipts.
What did you do to him?
She attacked me. I didn't do nothing. She come on me like a wildcat.
How'd it happen, Miss Indiana?
Well, he tried to run away, so I popped him with a skillet.
That looks like the varmint I chased out of my cabin about a month ago. He got away with about $300.
Well, he had my money in his pocket. You know, I bet he got in the kitchen while we was talking.
Hey, he's wearing my boots.
Well, Tom, looks like you got yourself a prisoner.
He's a present from me.
Oh. Well, thanks, Miss Indiana.
I weren't nothing. You'd be glad to get him. Sort of start you off right. Hey, you want I should help you lock him up?
No, I can handle it. Let's go.
With a deputy like Indiana, your job's going to be easy. Maybe we should have made Indiana the constable.
You shut up, Henry. We're glad to have Tom. Now he can lock him up and guard him instead of one of us.
I don't know. I'd feel safe if you was guarding him, Indiana.
Doggone you, Henry. I'm gonna shut you up once and for all. Now take a chair.
You gonna get whooped, Indiana.
You ready, Henry?
I'm ready.
Now you quit picking on Tom. He didn't even thank me.
Thank you for what?
For catching that weasel. I was just trying to help him out.
Well, maybe you helped him just a little bit too much. Now, after all, he's a constable. Next time you have any trouble, you call for help. That's why we hired him. How about a drink?
No. I gotta get back to the Indiana house. Ben, you think he's mad at me?
Indiana, I never saw you like this before. Are you sure you're not sick?
Of course I ain't sick.
Ben?
Howdy, Tom.
Hi, Ben. Need some coffee.
Picked you right up. How's your prisoner?
Oh, he's doing pretty good. Likes my coffee so much. May not want to leave when the judge comes. Say, Ben, I just saw Indiana. I can't figure her out.
Well, she's a mite peculiar in her ways, but you'll get used to her.
Yeah, I suppose so. I wouldn't want to get involved with her. She invited me for dinner.
A man could do a lot worse than Indiana.
Oh, hold on, Ben.
Well, it's true. She owns a hotel, and she can do the work of any 3 men.
Yeah, still. She's not the kind of girl you think about making a home for.
Well, I never thought about that. But I'd take her up on a dinner. Wang Lo's the best cook in these parts.
Okay. Thanks, Ben.
Long, Tom.
Anybody home?
Be right there. Hello?
Hello.
always did admire it when folks was on time.
I'm looking forward to one of Wong Lo's meals. Ben says he's a great cook.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, it's almost ready. Just sit right here.
Should I order?
Oh, no. No, I already ordered something I thought you'd like. It's kind of special.
Something special, huh?
Uh-huh.
You know, I do a little cooking myself. Just camp, trail stuff.
Oh.
Something burning?
No. I'll just be right back. Are you leaving?
Oh. Hey. That smells good. What is it?
Well, it's an old family recipe. Knew you'd like it. It's one of my favorites. Of course, it ain't easy to make. Takes lots of fixings and good bear meat. That's why we don't serve it much.
I can understand why. Oh! Oh, I almost forgot.
What's the matter?
Emergency. A meeting over in Ben's store.
But you ain't had anything.
Oh, that's all right. I mean, I'm sorry I can't stay.
Oh, well, maybe you can come back after the meeting, because I got a surprise for dessert.
A surprise? No, I mean, it'd be too late.
Well, I'm glad you come.
Yeah, well, thanks for the dinner, Miss Indiana. It was unique. Good night, Miss Indiana.
Good night. Unique.
Give me a beer, quick.
Something wrong?
Yeah, if I don't get this taste out of my mouth, I'm gonna need a new stomach. I thought you told me Wong Lo was a good cook.
The best.
Yeah? Well, he tried to poison me tonight. Oh, I'm sure glad there's a doctor in this town. I think I'm gonna need him.
Well, I can't believe it. Old Wong Lo never cooked a bad meal that I know of.
Yeah? Well, I hate to put down a man's work. Whoever cooked that stew tonight doesn't even know how to boil water.
So, Tom Summers, that's what you think of the hospitality of the Indiana house.
Miss Indiana, I didn't mean any...
Yeah, well, I heard every word. And you can starve before you set foot in my dining room again.
Well, no personal offense.
And you said it was unique. Uh, 10 pounds of flour
10 pounds of flour,
and 10 pounds of beans.
10 pounds of beans.
Morning.
Just put everything in the sack, Ben. I can manage it easy.
Oh, Tom.
Ben? I surely am sorry, Miss Indiana. I hope you won't tell Wong Lo. Wouldn't want to hurt his feelings.
Oh, Wong Lo? Oh. Oh, no, I won't tell him at all.
Then we're friends. Morning, ma'am.
What's the matter with your hat? Your head itch or something?
Well, no, I was just tipping my hat to the lady.
What for?
Well, I don't know. It's a custom. When a gentleman meets a lady, he tips his hat.
That Miss Brindle sure is a fine lady. Why, she sews and she crochets, and she even ordered some canvas.
Huh, we don't use canvas no more. Got glass for my windows.
Not for our windows. She paints. She's an artist.
Is that right? I paint a little bit.
Well, that ain't so much. I've done some painting myself.
What'd you ever paint? Besides the walls of the Indiana house.
You don't know so much. I can sew, too. Pa taught me. Said every female should learn to sew.
It isn't the same thing, Miss Indiana. She's a lady.
Mr. Simmons. May I order some paints along with the canvas?
Sure thing, Miss Brindle.
I'll need 2 each of the 3 primary colors.
Yes, ma'am. It's a pleasure to help a lady.
Thank you, Mr. Simmons. Oh, I beg your pardon, sir. Oh, I'm terribly sorry.
Morning.
Morning. Oh, I remember you from the store. Won't you come in?
Yes, ma'am.
I can't tell you how sorry I am.
Oh, I know you don't mean no harm. But you know, it made me cry. And I ain't cried since Pa died.
I truly didn't mean to hurt you. Miss...
Folks call me Indiana.
Well, Indiana, if I can make it up to you in any way.
Oh, you can. If you will, I mean, Mrs. Brindle.
Call me Ruth.
Ruth? You know, nobody's ever treated me like they treat you. Tip their hat to me or nothing. And that's because you're a lady. Well, I want to be a lady, too.
Well, if you want to be treated like a lady, you have to dress and act like one.
But I don't know how. I don't know how to be anything but what I am. Ever since I was a tyke and Pa brought me west with him, we lived in the mining camps, moved around the gold fields, set up tents, lived where we could. Well, that's all I know. But now I want to change. Could you teach me, Ruth? Could you teach me to be a lady?
Well, I'll do my very best. Indiana, what's your real name?
Mary. Mary Stanfield.
Well, from now on, you'll be Mary. Now, this is what we're going to do.
You mean I gotta get in all the way?
Every inch.
Oh, yeah, but I ain't never gone.
Well, Mary Stanfield, I think you're ready to graduate.
You know, I can't thank you enough. But I'm kind of scared. It's sort of like being 2 different people. You know, Indiana on the inside and Mary Stanfield on the outside.
You were always a lady. was just the outside that needed polishing up.
I don't believe it.
I told you I was the champ. Miss Indiana, is that you?
Her name is Mary.
Hello, Tom.
You look beautiful, Mary.
Well, why shouldn't she? She's a lady, isn't she?
She surely is, Mrs. Brindle. Yes, ma'am, a real lady.
Ben, I'd like 4 yards of this red calico and deliver it, please.
Delighted, Miss Mary.
Come along, Mary. We'll be late.
Mary? Mary, I'd be pleased to call on you this evening, if you'd let me.
Oh. Well, I'm afraid I'm busy this evening. But maybe you can stop by this afternoon.
Yes, ma'am. I surely will.
I'll see you then. Good day, Mr. Summers.
Mary?
Mr. Simmons?
Everybody in town sure did miss you, Mary.
Everyone?
Well, especially me, I guess. I was pretty worried till Wong Lo said you went up into the hills to get some more logs.
Oh, then you talked to Wong Lo.
Yeah, he's a pretty nice fella. Said he learned a lot from you.
Oh? What else did he say?
Oh, you know, this and that.
Oh. Well, it's not important. I just wondered. You know, sometimes he talks about cooking.
Well, come to think of it, he did mention that in passing. You know, about how some cooks have favorite recipes they hand down to their families.
Well, then you know.
I know. It made me feel real proud that you went to all that work for me. To cook something that you thought I'd like. It meant you felt kind of special about me.
I'm sorry about that punch in the jaw. I shouldn't have done it.
Oh, I deserved it. I guess.
Oh, Tom, you know, all that seems so long ago. Things can change, can't they?
They sure can.
Well, you know, I know one thing that's changed. It's my cooking. I can really cook now. Ruth taught me. And I'd like to have a chance to prove it.
Why don't we go on a picnic?
Okay.
You cook the lunch, I'll bring a surprise.
Well, what surprise?
Well, I'm not going to tell you that. I'll pick you up at noon tomorrow. We'll go to Brenner's Glen.
Oh, well, I'd be delighted.
The Old West was full of changes. Towns changed and people changed. A lonely girl changed into a lady and took her place in history. Next week, another true story of the American West. See you then.